In this video clip, we're going to look at completing activity 6. We've already created our two forms, Form A and Form B. And if we just scroll down on the paper and let's just see what we've got to do. We've got to complete activity 6 template. And remember, again, just a reminder, make sure you save it as a PDF using the file name indicated in the paper. Rather than reading this through, what I'm going to go through is the activity 6 template. Here we have activity 6 open, and the first part is evidencing the input form. We need to add a screen print of the input form in Form View. So go to your database, take an image of your machine input form and paste that into your document. You may need to resize it, but make sure it's clear and easily read for the examiner. The next part of the template asks you to add a screen print for the input form in Design View. So we need to go back to your database, switch to Design View and take an image of your machine input form and paste that in. Now we've got quite a lot of things going on with this form that we need to evidence in Design View. So for example, I've shown the property sheet for any changes that we've made to this form. So for example, the machine ID control is showing that it is not abled, that the form itself, the data entry has been set to yes, that the brand ID control, the row source for that is from TBL brand, showing the brand ID and the brand name. Just scroll down a bit. I've also shown the property sheet for the whole form, as in the navigation buttons, no, record selectors, no, and scroll bars, neither. Now we also need to evidence any code or macros that we've used as well. So again, I'm going to scroll down, it's gone on the next page, and I've taken an image of the macro. Make sure that the image shows all of the macro and none of it is truncated. The next part of the template is to provide the evidence for the input form for the machine meter reading. So the first thing we need to do is provide an image of the input form in Form View. Go to your database, take an image and paste it into your template. Make sure again, if you resize the image, it's easily readable by the examiner. The next part of the activity form is to show a screen print of the input form in Design View. So the first thing we need to do is go to the database, switch to Design View and take an image of the machine meter reading form and paste it in. Now looking at this, you can see with the controls they're truncated. That means the examiner won't be able to read or see what's contained in these controls. So you must provide evidence of the property sheets for the controls. So for example, here we're showing that the machine ID control has been named CBO machine ID and it's got a row source from TBO machine ID. We're showing any formatting, for example, so week beginning, formatted short date. We are showing the money collected has been named TXD money collected and it's formatted to currency. We're showing that the expected money has been named TXD exp mon and formatted to money. And I've also shown for that brand ID control that it is a column, two columns, and the column widths. And then the previous reading has been named TXT previous reading, and the control source for this is using that function dmax. And again, I've widened it so that the examiner can see all that's going into this control. Number of drinks sold has been named TXT number sold, and the control source, what's contained in there is the calculation. And then the expected money has been named TXT X mum, and again in the control source it shows the actual calculation. And then finally we've got that text box which displays call engineer if the difference between the expected and the money collected is greater than £10. So again, the control source, and it shows the code that's contained in that control source. I've also shown any formatting for the form as well. So again, navigation buttons no, record selectors no, and scroll bars neither. There's no code or macros in this form, so obviously there's no need to complete anything any further. Make sure you save your form using as a PDF using the file name provided in the activity.